Welcome back, your lovely faces, ladies and gents. Well, we actually saw this coming, didn't we? This is coming from The Hollywood Reporter. Snow White's first reactions praise the remake. A big surprise. Rachel Zegler stuns. And this actual article is all coming about literally just from the screening they held in Los Angeles, the premiere. On Saturday, the first, Disney held the LA premiere of its live-action reimagining of Snow White, and the first reactions from the screening are that the film, starring Rachel Zegler as the titular fairy tale character and Gal Gadot as the evil queen, is actually mostly successful, according to one viewer, while several are praising Zegler, with one critic calling her stunning, despite the raging online controversy over the title. First of all, Mr. James Hibbard, it's not about the title. It's about that you've cast an actress who has literally belittled the race of the original character. That's exactly what has happened, you know? And Rachel Zegler, she's been in what, 2 films? If that. And already she thinks she's this absolute superstar of an actress. She's not. You know, she's not even memorable in other roles. And seeing her that she's got the Snow White role, it's not that, oh my god, look what they've done. It's just that she has literally bashed the shit out of the original source material, the original animated classic, which has been around for nearly 100 years. And she's like, it was terrible, it was this, it was that. She had all these opinions on something, which she then said she's only seen it once and can't remember it. This is the person that you are all going, oh my god, she's amazing, she's stunning. And it's absolutely mind-blowing. But the reason that we all knew that this was going to happen and people were going to be like, oh, this remake from the premiere, everyone is praising it. This is why everyone is praising it. Instead of the usual lineup of dozens of red carpet reporters, the only interviewers they encountered were employed by Disney. Yeah, they're not going to give bad reviews, are they? No. They're paid by Disney. They work for Disney. If they put out a bad review, they would probably be looking at the end of the day or when the article went out, if it ever went out, yep, fire them, get rid of them. That's exactly what it is. And it's absolutely hysterical to see that people are seeing this and they're like, oh my god, people are not going to notice. People notice. But then when you look at all these other things as well, like our Samuel by here. Snow White empty theaters across the world is a disaster and will result in the following. Rachel Zegler no longer in films. Gal Gadot will never lead another film. Disney will never race swap another princess. Mark Webb will never direct an IP ever again. And RIP Snow White brand. And what Samuel is on about is people have been showing theaters around their areas. And they've been putting screenshots up of all the cinemas. And they're all empty. They are all empty. You got by here, Jones vibes. Snow White was about as bad as it gets. The entire look and feel was so empty and lifeless that it's hard to believe how far we've fallen from the magic of the 1937 classic. Rachel Zegler didn't quite capture the warmth and optimism that defined Snow White. And when you pair that with the most baffling take on the dwarfs imaginable, the result is just slop. Machine-made slop. We can do so much better than this. Yeah. I don't know what it is, but Disney, ever since they reimagined Jungle Book as a live-action one, they've kind of just gone downhill with a lot of their stuff. You saw Pixar do it, but then when Pixar started bringing up original stories again and not pandering to some crowd, people started watching their things. They started making billions of dollars again. Inside Out 2. Absolutely amazing. Moana 2, I'm not a fan of it. I haven't seen it, but that is a huge hit and people like it. If you stick with the formula and not start pandering to a bunch of people who don't even go and watch these films or play video games or certain things, you are going to lose everything. You really are. But going on, you got Flash by there, you got Matt, breaking news, every Snow White movie theater is empty. You got this one from yesterday. No hate on Snow White, but do they really need 14 theatres? They mostly empty at the moment for this weekend. It's absolutely insane. Here in Cardiff, it opens up Friday and the first showing is at 10:40 in the morning, and I think 3 tickets were sold when I looked. For IMAX, no tickets have been sold for the 2 p.m. or the 5 p.m. showing. They're all empty. And these are cinemas which, if they don't put in films that they know people are going to go and watch or continue to go and watch, they're not going to survive. But again, no, I really do think we're going to see something along the lines of Captain Marvel when that was released. I can see that happening with this. We're probably going to be seeing empty theatres. We'll probably see people go into movie theatres and saying that they're going to see Snow White, and they'll probably show a picture around or behind them or whatever, and the cinema will be mostly empty. That's what happened with Captain Marvel when that was released. But miraculously, Captain Marvel made over $1 billion at the box office. You know, Disney, even though they've spent like $300 million on this film, they would happily spend $1 billion just to make it look it's a successful film. That's what they'll do. And it's insane to even think that that is what a company would do. And to be honest with you, Disney are losing money hand over fist. They really are. There's so many things that they're doing at the moment which is absolutely mind-blowing. Like, I got another video coming out this week where Disney, if you go to the D23 Expo, so the Disney fan convention basically, if you want to go and look at some exclusive merch or, you know, plush toys and all this kind of stuff that you can only buy at this convention, you gotta pay $20 for a 30-minute slot. You gotta pay to buy something. Literally. Right, I want to go over there and I want to buy that t-shirt. Right, well, first of all, you gotta pay me $20 so you can go in and have a look. That's even if you don't buy anything. This is how ludicrous it's become for Disney, because they are losing so much money. They are willing to throw money out and literally just scam everyone. We gotta try and claw some of this money back. I don't know why we're pandering to a film where no one is gonna see it, because the lead actress, who is meant to be playing this fairy tale character, is one of the most horrendous people on this earth. She has been so horrible to people. She's been sniping at people. And you wonder why everyone makes fun of her and makes videos on her. It's because she's not helping herself. That is the key point. But seeing all of this and how literally all these cinemas are empty, it's going to be interesting to see how they do it. You know, guy by ear, join the trend of looking at Snow White tickets in my local theatre. It's a ghost town. I live in an area with a lot of family, so Disney movies are usually sold out. This is really surprising. And as you can see, he keeps going through different cinemas, and it is all empty. It's absolutely insane. Auditorium 2, Auditorium 11. You know, there's a handful of tickets being sold, but I don't understand why these films need so many theatres. I really don't. Like, if you go back up, you got one guy who actually said it, because he's on by year. Do they really need 14 theatres? The way I look at it, you could have other films which are out in these cinemas and they could be making a little bit extra money for anyone who wants to go out and see a film. You know, if they don't want to go and see Snow White, then go and see something else. But this actually happened with Captain Marvel. It also happened with Ant-Man and Quantumania. You know, that was an abysmal movie, which absolutely sucks because I love Ant-Man and I was really excited to see that movie. But Odeon, where I go to in Cardiff, 12 screens was all Ant-Man. And they had one screen for everything else. And it's like, no one's going to go and see them. And it does suck to see that. But this is what we got, guys. I can't see this being a massive success with people. But more than likely, we are going to see another Captain Marvel. Oh, look, it's made over $1 billion, but no one actually went to see it. That's what I can see happening. Let us know your thoughts about this down below, folks. If you're new to the channel, like and subscribe. Enjoy your rest of your day, and I will see you soon.